Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Part 2 of the Dollar Tree 72-hour kit. First thing I need to start with here is what kind of storage space do we have to start with. Dollar Tree did not have a whole lot of options that I found other than very small plastic $1 trash cans, that sort of thing. I did not find anything particularly large to hold things in other than this right here, which is a plastic laundry bag, which is, by my measurements, about 22 inches tall by about 18 inches in diameter. So, doing the math on that, it's about 24 gallons total, or 3.23 cubic feet by my calculations. This is heavier than your standard 50-gallon drum liner, that type of stuff that Dave Canterbury and the other guys use. Still not the best quality in the world, but I think this is probably the biggest, most decent construction thing we're going to find for $1. This thing came in a bunch of colors, red and purple, and I can't remember what else, blue maybe. I thought green would of course be a good general purpose color. Not going to draw too much attention. Now, if you want to use this as a signaling device, I suppose red might have been a better option, but anyway, I want to keep things low-key for the container. It's not just a plastic bag. It does have a cheap drawstring here at the top. Let's let the camera focus here for a second. There we go. Drawstring to cinch this thing up. So you cinch this thing up pretty tight, and it also has a little plastic piece to cinch it down. So you're going to be able to tighten this thing up, maybe roll it down, secure it to make it semi-waterproof, that sort of thing. And of course, you know, you can hold this, and probably as long as this thing doesn't weigh too much, I think this little nylon cord is going to be okay for slinging over your shoulder, maybe over your neck and your shoulder, make a little quasi semi-backpack. And of course, we can do better things out there. But again, project is for Dollar Tree, so only $1. That's all we can spend. They also had this, other than various colors, they had this in a mesh style. It was like just a mesh. What can I say? Cheap mesh. I don't think that's what we want, guys. Now, if you want that, I can go pick one up and show it to you. That's fine. I can use it for anything else. So I don't worry about going out and buying stuff for $1. This is a fun little project for me. But I think this is probably going to be our best for waterproof purposes. You know, keep things dry if you're marching through the rain, anything like that. The mesh may be good for airing things out, but I don't think it's going to be the best for general purpose. So either way, they're both the same size. So we're looking at about 24-gallon capacity. Next thing I picked up, I had never seen, but I really like these. And if you guys don't like it, I'll shoot it down. Storage bags. They're big heavy-duty Ziploc bags, basically. Let me pull one out here. This is the large size, though they don't have small or medium. The other ones are only bigger. This one was 3 per box for $1. These are very heavy-duty plastic. Very heavy-duty. Now, could you punch through them with a knife, something like that? Sure you could. But this little handle here, I believe they are 15 by 15 inches. So that's a whole lot of capacity here. So that may be too much capacity for what we're doing. But some of the stuff I think we're going to need down here, like tarps and other things, I think these are going to be a good starter for just dividing our stuff in our pack by how we want to use it. Little handle up here, that's probably not going to be worth a whole lot. Again, it's going to be in our big pack probably. There you go. Zips up fairly nicely. Pretty good sturdy Ziploc on it. This doesn't seem like your best value brand from Walmart. Seems better. Seems like your real Ziploc brand. This is pretty good stuff. Pretty thick. They don't actually list the thickness of the plastic, but this is pretty good stuff. Again, we got 3 of them to play with for $1. I think that's a good place to start with how we divide things up. Again, you know, I think one of these needs to be for wet gear. If we have our tarp out or a poncho, something like that, and we got to get moving the next day and the thing is still wet, you know, do you want to wait to dry things out? Maybe, maybe not, but if you got to get moving, put it in one of these bags we keep as a wet bag just to keep it from contaminating the rest of the bag. That's my first thought. Also, let's have one of these empty as a water carrier. I've got other water carriers here, but I'm just saying dirty water. If I'm waiting to boil stuff over the fire, I don't want to have to keep walking back to the fire in the middle of the cold night in the rain just to refill my small little bottle. This is a lot. 15 inches by 15 inches. I don't have the capacity on it. They post that below, but and I would not fill this up fully with water. It's going to get too heavy, especially trying to hold it by the handle. It's going to rip through. But can I fill this thing up with stream water, creek water, you know, zip it up and carry it under my arm back to camp and then slowly pour some of this out into a container to boil? Sure, I could. I think this is going to be a lot more efficient overall than any other option I'm going to get. Now, I could buy a $1 trash can, but that's going to be kind of big and bulky, and I just don't think it's going to be practical in general because this I can seal up. If I've got a wet piece of whatever, tarp or any other thing that I've got to get moving with, don't have time to dry it out, I can shove it in here. If I've got a little extra water that I want to carry along that I haven't had a chance to boil yet and I don't want to get any more, I can put it in here. So I think this is going to be a fairly decent option. You may disagree, but 15 by 15. Let me check the back of the box. They also make an extra large and extra large, but I don't think they list the sizes of those on here. But let me show you the picture. There's 15 by 15. There's extra large. There's extra large. I think it's 2 extra larges per pack for $1 and 1 extra large. I think those are going to be a little too big and cumbersome for our little duffel bag, if you will, our little plastic duffel bag. We're going to call this our duffel bag. This is going to be our basic container, unless you guys can come up with a better Dollar Tree option. So that's basically what we're going to start with there, guys. Unless you have some better options, then I'm going to slowly start breaking things down by what I bought at Dollar Tree. I think next we're going to do cutting tools. And again, even if you don't get to these in order, that's fine. It's not going to matter a whole lot. This is going to be a long project. I'm going to wait for a lot of comments to come in and discuss things. Maybe make secondary videos about topics. So you don't have to worry about, well, the first one's been posted and the second one's already out. Forget about the first one. No, you can still post on it. Again, when it's finished, but until then, it's not finished. Alright, MD Prepper out on the Dollar Tree 72-hour kit project.